To the esteemed audience, I am here today to share with you a profound, life-altering experience. The ability to live fearlessly. Fear is a normal human feeling. It serves to keep us safe from harm, but it also has the power to immobilize us and prevent us from reaching our full potential. Envision a world where you face every obstacle with the self-assurance and bravery that comes from letting go of your worries. Fear is a part of life, but a fearless life implies you won't allow it to rule you. It entails seeing anxiety for what it really is, a warning light, not a signal to run away. I dare you to face your fears directly, to venture fearlessly into the unknown, and to unlock the magnificent life that awaits you when you let go of fear. What is it that you feel is the purpose and meaning of your life? Since it places you in your position of power once you discover that. See, I urge you to get to work on your life's job if you already know what it is. Try to do it in little doses if you are unable to finish it all at once. I urge you to discover your mission here if you're not sure why you're here or what you were supposed to do when you showed up. What purpose does your life serve? What will be altered? Have you ever considered that question for yourself? That's what I did. I recall thinking about how much time I had left after leaving a friend's funeral. I continued thinking about this boy whose life seemed so full of potential as I strolled across the park. Furthermore, he wasn't an elderly man. In actuality, he was fairly young. And it occurred to me that he never had the opportunity to carry out any of the things he had promised to do. I then began to consider my own life and the amount of time I still had to accomplish the things I wanted to. I also didn't know at the time what my life's mission or purpose was. At the moment, I wasn't certain, and I gave it a lot of thinking. I thought I had a notion, but I wasn't sure. Furthermore, I doubt I felt deserving. I didn't think I could accomplish the kind of job I'm currently performing. And I tell you, it can actually save your life if you start making a deliberate effort to figure out what it is you're supposed to do. It literally can save your life, as I mentioned. According to recent statistics, 85% of Americans work at jobs they detest and find unchallenging. The mere thought of going makes them ill. See, you can already see the infamous glass ceiling when you go into a job and know how far you can go. See, you already know how much money you're going to make when you travel elsewhere. You are aware of your current limitations. You've reached a point of no return. It lowers your sense of worth. It diminishes your self-esteem. It causes internal upheaval. It leaves you feeling empty. Therefore, I contend that it is worthwhile for you to discover your calling in life. I'm not advocating quitting your work either. I'm proposing that you should locate it and begin working at it for a small amount of time. However, do identify your work and preserve it, and hold on to your dream. Hold on to it. See, here's another item I would like you to start examining. Why, if they are capable of doing so, do most people not follow their aspirations or do better than what they are now doing? I believe that a lot of us put off taking the next action because we are unsure of what to do. And I contend that the reason we don't even consider our options is that deep down, we don't think we deserve it or that it is possible for us to succeed. So this is what I'm recommending. How much time do you put into improving yourself? How much time do you dedicate to pursuing your dream each day? How many books have you read in the past year and a half? What new abilities or information have you gained? How much have you invested in yourself? You see, I'm saying that you have to practically run to stand still as you start to consider where you want to go since things are changing so quickly. You have to put in some deliberate effort to start working toward your goals and to grow as a person. And now for something different. Fear keeps most individuals from realizing their dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Fear, narrow-mindedness, and low self-esteem are the main causes of people's inaction, for the same reason why individuals continue to be in abusive, miserable, or unfulfilling relationships. They are unable to see themselves outside of that partnership. Without that individual, they are unable to see themselves having fun. They believe that this is their only option. For the same reason, when people reach a certain point in their lives, they lose hope that things will get better for them and believe that this is all they are worthy of. They have only ever seen this. They believe that this is it for them because it has been passed down to them. Oh no, gazing. According to Dr. Smiley Blandon, a physician who works with Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, fear is the most subtle and deadly illness that affects people. Dreams are killed by fear. Ladies and gentlemen, hope is killed by fear. Many ended up in hospitals due to fear. You can benefit from fear. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, has the power to prevent you from achieving goals you know you are capable of, but it'll render you immobile. It appeared as though you were under a hypnotic spell. And I have a query for you. What are the advantages? What are the advantages of letting fear stop you? What is the advantage of giving up on yourself and not embracing life head on? What are you getting out of it? What benefit does that offer? That was among the questions I had to ask myself. I therefore wanted to avoid making any errors. I wanted to be liked by everyone. When I accomplished something for the first time, I wanted to be flawless. That is not going to occur. You will err from time to time. You're going to offend a few people. There will be enemies that you make. When you make the decision to start living life, you have to ask yourself, how long am I going to let this hold me back? I agree with Zig Ziglar's words. Fear, he explained, is fake evidence that looks real. That is a mental illusion that we conjure up. It's a mindset that can be altered. Now let's examine how we might start to take action to reorganize that dread, to start developing a more expansive self-image and a higher sense of self. According to Webster, having self-esteem is feeling good about oneself and confident. Take a look at your current life. Your life is going well, whatever you have done thus far. Everything that you have generated is a product of who you have become as a person and the decisions you have made. It is the outcome of your awareness. You now need to ask yourself, if you are happy with the work that you have done, do you really want this? Do you wish that things were different from how they are now? Do you think you're entitled to something greater than this? Are you happy? That concludes it. Nothing else needs to be done on your part, that you've already given up on life and declared your happiness. Unlike the people in Calcutta, I'm not going hungry. Are you really letting yourself off the hook in that way? Or do you secretly or sincerely think that you have a more outstanding job ahead of you to complete? You're here because life has something more in store for you. How can we deal with this element of fear? How can we raise our sense of self-worth? You need to start strengthening yourself. How are we going to do that? I think you need to start paying careful attention to what you say to yourself and begin conversing with yourself. Begin enhancing yourself. There are moments when the only positive things people say about you are the things you say to them. Thus, my advice is to become an advocate for yourself. Get to work strengthening yourself. Begin by motivating yourself. Say to yourself, I can do this. This is something I can accomplish. I told myself that I could definitely become a speaker when I first started thinking about it. This is something I can accomplish. I had to talk to myself because people were telling me I was stupid when I started attempting to convince myself I could be a businessman after failing miserably, losing thousands of dollars, feeling foolish and stupid, and having people take advantage of me because I didn't know. I was thinking to myself in the back of my mind, you're right. See what I've accomplished. No less, I had to say. Hey, guy, please get your act together. This is something you can manage. It's just that you still don't understand. Everything is okay. This is the time for your training. This covers the cost of tuition. For what you don't know, you must pay. You're capable of doing this. It has been done by others, not requiring an Einstein. Find you some instructors who can fill up the gaps in your knowledge. Find some successful individuals and take advice from them. Attend some courses and seminars and study business management literature. Revisit your self-perception and start taking care of the intimate aspects. Recognize that no one will manage your company more effectively than you. And things start to change when I start shifting from this mindset of punishing myself for my mistakes to one of seeing opportunities for improvement and making the necessary adjustments to successfully accomplish my goals. At that point, I say to myself, stop being so hard on yourself. Yes, you do it. You do it. I know that. I completed it. We have a built-in tendency to be critical of ourselves because we live in a bad universe. I believe that we are born with a negative awareness. And now for a few more items, gentlemen and ladies, start protecting your brain from harmful content by turning off the TV and avoiding the news. As a result, you need to be careful about the thoughts you harbor. You see, your mind will be programmed if you don't program it. Since people are goal-oriented creatures, we die of broken hearts early because of this. We are racing through life to the early grades because of this. I believe Henry David Thoreau once observed that most men live in quiet desperation. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we are going through in life. Most of us run afraid through life. Thus, we invented this in our minds, false proof that seemed authentic. In our minds, we brought it to life. Churchill once stated, "There is nothing to fear but fear itself for this reason. That is the beast of destruction." Thus, turn off anything that can heighten your anxiety. Tell those who can only talk about how bad things are because they have internalized the global consciousness to be deaf ears. To start reconditioning and retraining your thinking, start going to workshops, seminars, and listening to tapes every day. What is the source of faith? Hearing and hearing, as well as listening. Pay attention to information that has the capacity to inspire you and give you the ability to build a new life and reality for yourself. In most situations, you might come across as weird. You know, if you're joyful today, most people would probably think you're weird. You see, these folks still don't know what they want out of life. They are miserable and grumpy because of this. They are so negative because of this. They wish to hurt other people because they are hurting. Thus, begin to practice mental programming, books, workshops, and seminars. Maintain a journal. Keep a journal close by and use it to jot down your daily reflections and thoughts as soon as you get up. See, ladies and gentlemen, we receive 3 or 4 thoughts a year that have the potential to change our lives if we act upon them. What concept are you working with? Put your thoughts in writing. And then, as soon as you grasp that notion, make the move. Make the move. Look, it exists somewhere in the cosmos. I can assure you that someone else will take the risk if you don't. Ladies and gentlemen, take action now. You'll be amazed at how things work out in the end. You'll be taken aback. I can assure you that you will face some challenging obstacles in the near future. Now remember that. For a while, nothing will happen exactly as planned. They occasionally will. At that point, life seems to be merely a game you're playing. I want you to unwind and feel comfortable. But ladies and gentlemen, don't shy away from the fights. Instead, act on your desire. Enter the fight right in the middle. Get knocked down to gain combat experience and maintain your position. You see, most people avoid life's arena because they don't want to engage in conflict. The majority of people avoid going outside because they don't want to fall. They object to being brought to their knees. However, as you can see, you will be let go. You're going to be dropped whether you're on the field or watching from the sidelines. Get dropped for something at least. You see, most individuals live their lives as suffering spectators. It's not what you want to watch. You will be astounded if you venture out into the field where the action is. There will be a period of calm after the battle and things will start to make sense. Remember this, my friends, as we come to a close on our time together, you have the power to choose between being afraid and being courageous. When you decide to overcome a fear and keep going, you'll eventually become stronger. No matter how tiny, every brave deed lays the groundwork for a life lived without fear. Take some time to reflect about your hopes, aspirations, and the person you hope to become. Envision yourself accomplishing all of it without being paralyzed by fear. Doing so is within reach. All it takes is the will to face fear head on. Trust in your capacity to triumph over adversity. Embrace the unknown and seize the day. If you want to overcome your fears, surround yourself with positive people. Read inspiring books and tell yourself that you can. Reframe every obstacle as a springboard to success and use every fear as a springboard to strength. Leave this place today with the will to face the world boldly. You are capable of great things. Have faith in yourself and your path, and believe in your potential. You don't have to let fear in your life just because it knocks. It means a lot to have you along for the ride. Inspiring and supporting one another to live fearlessly is something we should do. Now is the moment to summon your bravery, confront your concerns, and embark on the journey of a lifetime. Do it. You are capable of doing it. Do not be afraid. You are about to experience a life-altering transformation like you have never imagined.